I believe my husband killed JonBenet. A lot of other people do too.
What?
I said, and I think a lot of other people think he did too. When I asked him if he murdered JonBenet, he would smile, and he would not say yes or no.
He would what?
He would just not answer you.
And how did that make you feel? When you...
I guess it probably made me feel like maybe he was guilty, and I guess all along I've thought that he did it, and I think my family thought he did too. I knew Glenn Meyer when I was in grade school, the 4th grade. We lived down the road from each other, and we both went to the same grade school. And so I knew him all that time. I trusted him till he used up all my savings.
And now what was it? He would just like to spend your money, and he was always broke, or what?
Oh, well, he didn't make any money. He had really a bad temper, and at times I was scared of him, and I know the children were scared of him also. I really think there was something wrong with him.
And how did he come to live across the street from JonBenet's house at the Barn Hills? Just for what
How did he?
Come to live in the basement?
Okay. When we went to Colorado, why we started going to, I believe, a Methodist church there, and so some gentlemen asked him if he would like to start coming in once a week, an hour or so of a morning, and they had like men getting together, I think, and praying and also having Bible study. When I finally left him, and my son came after me with big trucks and took me back home to Indiana when I left him, and he went to stay with this gentleman that he was in Bible study with him, and it was in the basement, a little bit catty-cornered from where JonBenet lived, and that's where he lived afterwards. It was after JonBenet's murder that I filed for divorce, but I was separated from him and back in Indiana a long time before that. Sometime after the murder, he moved back to Shelbyville and lived in Major Manor.
A shelter for the homeless.
A shelter for the homeless, or the ones that couldn't afford rent, high rent. So he had clipped out he had brought with him from Colorado newspaper clippings from about JonBenet, and he had those taped all over the walls of the apartment. He seemed to be obsessed with JonBenet's murder.
Did you think it was suspicious the way he was acting?
I did, yes.
You did what?
I thought he acted suspicious, and I didn't want to be around him, that's for sure. I guess I felt like I was lucky that it wasn't me or one of my children. He was mean and mean to the kids. Now, he never ever hit me, but he acted like he'd like to, but he knew that I was the one that had the money. It wasn't him that had any money, so he couldn't keep a job. And he wouldn't be nice to my children.
Could you give me some examples, other examples of how he treated your children?
I just knew I didn't want him around, especially the little girls. I didn't want him around. The older girls were old enough to take care of themselves, but Susan was the youngest one, and she was the one that he slapped so hard or spanked so hard. And but now he didn't seem to bother the one boy that's a couple of 3 years older than Susan. But no, he was just mean, and I could understand him with other women because sex was a very, very important thing to him.